The Proportionality of Time by Atlantean Astrology. Time, like a river, flows steadily forward, yet the way we perceive its current changes as we journey through life. To a child, the river is slow and expansive, its waters pooling with endless moments. To an elder, it rushes by, a rapid stream that carries days and years in its swift embrace. This phenomenon, the proportionality of time, is not just a quirk of perception. It's a profound reminder of how our relationship with existence shifts as we age. It is both a challenge and an invitation to rediscover the beauty of every moment. The slow current of youth. In the eyes of a child, time is vast and unending. Picture a 10-year-old on a 4-minute journey. The ride stretches endlessly, each minute magnified by their fresh perspective. A year for this child feels monumental. 1/10 of their life, a significant chapter in their unfolding story. Every experience is new, every moment a treasure of discovery, and the brain works tirelessly to process the novelty of the world. To a child, the river of time is wide and meandering, its flow is steady, inviting exploration and wonder. Days leading up to a birthday or the end of a school term feel infinite, each one imbued with the weight of anticipation. They live in the present, immersed in the fullness of now, their memories forming vivid and lasting impressions. The accelerating stream of age. Contrast this with the experience of a 60-year-old traveling the same 4-minute route. To them, the journey feels like a mere blink. They scarcely notice the passing landmarks, their mind instead occupied with other thoughts. 4 minutes, once significant, is now an imperceptible drop in the vast ocean of their years. At 60, a year is a sliver of time, a mere 1.67% of their life. Decades blur into fleeting impressions, their edges softened by routine and familiarity. The once expansive river has narrowed, its waters moving swiftly, carrying the traveler ever forward. What was once a long stretch of road is now a fleeting corridor, and the days that seemed endless in youth are now compressed into moments. Why time warps? This acceleration of time as we age is not an illusion but a function of how we experience proportionality. For a 10-year-old, 4 minutes is a larger fraction of their life, a notable segment filled with new and meaningful details. For a 60-year-old, those same 4 minutes represent a fraction so small that it scarcely registers. Neurologically, this phenomenon is tied to how the brain processes information. Novel experiences, like a child's first trip to the park or their first snowfall, stretch time because the brain works harder to encode these events. Routine, on the other hand, requires less cognitive effort. As the years pile on, familiarity reduces memory formation, compressing our perception of time. This is why the same road, traveled for 30 years, begins to feel like a time warp. The journey is no shorter, but our experience of it has diminished. The mathematics of perception. Time's proportionality is like a logarithmic scale. In youth, each year feels long because it represents a substantial portion of life lived. By 60, each year is a small fraction of the total, creating the sensation that time is speeding up. Mathematically, for a 10-year-old, a year is 1/10 of their life. For a 60-year-old, a year is 1/60th, making it feel much shorter in comparison. This shrinking of time's proportionality is a universal experience, one that reminds us of the fleeting nature of life and the importance of savoring the present. The river's depth, philosophy, and memory. Ancient philosophers and modern scientists alike have pondered the nature of time. St. Augustine wrote, "What then is time? If no one asks me, I know what it is. If I wish to explain it to him who asks, I do not know." His words capture the mystery of time as both a constant and a subjective experience. For the child, time feels infinite because their memories are fresh, and their lives are untethered from routine. For the elder, the compression of time reflects a life filled with familiarity and repetition. Yet this is not a loss. It is a transformation. The river of time deepens, offering wisdom and perspective even as it seems to flow faster. Breaking the time warp. Though the perception of time's acceleration is inevitable, we can break free of its grip by engaging with life in new and meaningful ways. 1. Cultivate novelty. Seek out new experiences. Travel to unfamiliar places, learn new skills, or meet new people. Novelty stretches time, giving us moments to savor and remember. 2. Practice mindfulness. Pause to notice the details of the present moment. The way the sunlight filters through the trees, the sound of the wind, the rhythm of your breath. Mindfulness anchors us in the now, slowing the river's current. 3. Celebrate the routine. Even familiar paths can hold wonder if approached with fresh eyes. Look for beauty in the ordinary and transform routine into ritual. By embracing these practices, we can stretch time, creating a life filled with richness and meaning. A universal truth. The proportionality of time is a universal experience shared by all who walk the path of life. It is a reminder that our relationship with time is not fixed but fluid, shaped by how we engage with the world. For the 10-year-old marveling at a long summer day and the 60-year-old reflecting on decades gone by, time is the same yet profoundly different. Time's swift passage is not a loss but an invitation to live deeply. The river of time may flow faster as we age, but its waters remain full of life, wonder, and possibility. By noticing the details, cherishing the moments, and seeking new horizons, we can transform the fleeting into the eternal. Conclusion. Reclaiming the river. As we travel the river of time, let us remember that its current is shaped by how we perceive it. Whether we are children standing on the riverbank or elders drifting in its depths, we have the power to make every moment count. The journey may feel shorter as we age, but it is no less profound. By living with intention, we can reclaim the beauty of the river and find eternity in its flow. So the next time you feel the rush of a time warp, pause, look around, notice the sunlight, the wind, and the rhythm of life moving with you. In doing so, you reclaim not just the moment, but the river itself, and with it, the fullness of time.